So this morning we're gonna do a video about first-time buyers, people aged between 16 and 25 that are looking to buy the first car, and what are real expectations and real challenges. Last night I had a really good friend of mine call me and say, hey, it would be a great video. He has a son that's right at that age where he's looking at the cars, and I'm thinking a lot of those kids have unrealistic expectations. They want the BMW that their friend has, or the Toyota 4Runner, or yeah, my friend has the sport car Mustang or a two-door Challenger. That's just unrealistic at that age due to the cost of the vehicle, maintenance, and insurance. So we're gonna try to explain you what would be the best car, what's the process, and what's the easiest way to do it. Two major differences: if you're purchasing a vehicle cash, buying just for your own money, or if you're going to the bank to finance, because the banks will limit your purchase abilities by amount most of the time, and we say approximately $10,000 will be most the bank will let you finance. And then if you're buying a cash, depends what your budget is. We recommend cars between $5,000 and $7,000 as a first time car buyers. Reason why those gonna be vehicles that are 2014 or newer. You can definitely find them, reliable cars. Maybe get a Hyundai Elantra, Sonata, maybe Volkswagen Jetta, Chevy Cruze. I mean, there's a plenty of vehicles. In the SUV area, I would recommend Jeep Wrangler, probably a best for the price. Under $10,000 you can find a nice four-door Wrangler, four-wheel drive. Runs and drives great. Now, most of the people will ask me what are the rules, what you should be doing before you go to buy a car. Number one rule: do your homework. Find the cars online, find which dealer has them, and make sure that the car that you like and the price range is right. Now, if the vehicle is listed at $15,000 and your budget is 10, don't waste your time. Dealers don't have that kind of markup on inexpensive cars. Maybe $1,000, if that, because if the car is good, that's a price range that everybody's looking for. They will sell it quickly. So don't waste your time trying to get 30-40% off on the vehicles in that price range. Not gonna happen. Second, make sure you know what your budget is. If you're looking at a $200 a month vehicle, $250 a month vehicle, what your insurance will be. On average, we see about $130 to $170 per month charges for the insurance. So just calculate that into your purchase. Try to find vehicles $10,000 or less, because the bank will approve you a lot easier than that. And then don't be unrealistic. All those vehicles will have scratches, will have dents. Maybe a radio's not gonna work. Maybe there's a broken grill or a dent on a bumper. But like we show in our previous videos, eBay Motors is very, very good place to find those parts. Let's say your radio doesn't work. They probably have one for $90, $100 at the most. Your bumper and a grill, you can replace it easily. And don't be afraid of most people stuck on a Carfax. Oh, we have this big deal about a Carfax. There's an accident on a Carfax. Most of those accidents is reported by a police when on a freeway if the accident happens. Most of them are really nothing major if the car has a clean title. And that's the one thing you have to look for, is a clean title as a first-time buyer, because bank will not finance a salvage or rebuild title on a first-time buyers. So don't be afraid of a small dings and dents on the Carfaxes, or if the car, like I say, has a dents, scratches, broken radio. Simple stuff, easy to fix. There's definitely ways to do it. Now, I'm trying to write myself some notes here so we kind of go over most of the stuff. Like I say, biggest issue is what expectation of the younger kids are versus what reality is once they come to the dealership, and what a price range is going to be. Now, like I say, ideal vehicle, 2014 or newer, 10,000 or under. That's like I say, ideal for a first-time buyer. So the payment is inexpensive in the case they have a job where they make $10 to $15 per hour. They will still able to afford it. And then make sure, number one rule, what you have to do. Doesn't matter you buy it at a dealership, you find it at a dealership, or find it on a Facebook marketplace, or find it at your neighbors. Take it to a local mechanic shop, have them do used car inspection. They on average range between $100 and $200, definitely worth it. They may miss some small stuff on a vehicle, but the major stuff like engine, transmission, suspension, make sure the car runs and drives good, it's gonna be safe for your kid. Those are very important things. Definitely do that. That's the greatest investment you're gonna have as a first-time buyer. And then if you're in this area, like, you know, Utah, Nevada, Idaho, and Wyoming, I can help you with like doing some research, finding some cars, or let's say you find a car at a different dealership, it's not one of our dealerships, you can just call me, tell me where it is, I can check the VIN number, tell you the history of that vehicle. I do that for free. My number will be listed on our video. Just call me, contact me through Facebook or YouTube, and I definitely will help you find it. We kind of specialize in the first time buyers program, so we have at least 20 to 30 cars at any point that are 10,000 and under, and that will qualify to do the loans with the bank. What I'm going to show you, it's very important, we call it triangle of a first time buyer purchase. So I'm going to draw a triangle and explain you how the buying works. I'm going to do that next so we can move from here. Okay, so we have a blank piece of paper. I'm going to do this magic triangle. Okay, so most of you are looking for a good car, and you're looking for a cheap car, and you're looking for something cool and I don't know, reliable. So only two of those things you can have in every car that you purchase. So you can have a good car that's cheap, but it's not gonna be cool. It's gonna be, you know, 1987 Toyota Corolla rusted, but it's gonna run forever and it's gonna be a cheap. Or you want a cool car, you want a cheap car, it's not gonna be a good car. It's gonna be something that looks good, that's gonna break down on you all the time, you know, like older Subaru that looks cool, you can buy cheap, but you're gonna have issues with, you know, head gaskets and stuff like that. Now, you want a cool car and a good car, it's not gonna be cheap. So this is the triangle. You can get only two of those things, either cheap and cool, not gonna be good. Good and cheap, not gonna be cool. Good and cool, it's not gonna be cheap. That's a triangle of purchasing a vehicle as a first-time buyer. So just make sure you choose two that you really like. So I'm gonna just talk for like another second or so. I'm not gonna keep you guys too long. I know as a first-time buyer, as a 16 to 25-year-old, you don't want to listen to your parents. You don't think they know what they're telling you. But maybe you want to listen to me. Like let me just adjust this. I'm gonna tell you, because I've been doing this for like over 27 years now, selling cars. And like I say, we specialize in first-time buyers. You have to lower your expectation, at least for the first year. Get a car that will, last you, that's gonna be good for area you live in. If you live in Utah, yes, all-wheel drive would be great, but get the front-wheel drive. Don't look for that Mustang as a first-time buyer. Don't look for a Challenger. Don't look for the rear-wheel drive. Look front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. Gets you to the first year. Get some experience in driving, and then look for that nicer car. If you go into a high school right now, kids gonna scratch us, kids gonna dent it, and yes, it's expected from you to maybe get even like a one accident in the first year. Like happens a lot in a parking lot. You're gonna hit something, and you want to minimize that damage. So if you buy a car that's cheaper, your repair is going to be cheaper. Expensive car equal expensive repairs. Like I say, look at our website, look at the YouTube. There's a lot more videos to help you how to do process of first time buying. Get a little bit more educated before you rush and buy something. Now, if you find a family member that's selling a car, that's a great way to do it. Dealerships are definitely, easy to do it, because we have settings with the banks where we can get arrange financing for you and get it done. But yeah, don't be afraid going around and look at 10 different cars. Go to 10 different dealerships, and don't buy anything. Just get educated. And always call us if you have any questions. Just be free to call anybody that's in a business, wants to sell you a car, they want to earn your business, and they want to make sure you buy from them. So when you go there, ask them questions. Make sure it's the right dealership for you. Make sure the right answers are there. And then again, do your research and do the inspection. That's must, not even a question. Okay? I will see if I can think of something else, and then we're gonna continue the video. Okay, so only one more thing really quick. I'm gonna tell you approximately what you can expect on the amounts financed. So if you're financing approximately $1,000 vehicle with the tax, license, and fees, you look to pay, so per every 1,000, about $26 a month. Now that includes your sales tax and license and interest. So if you're looking at a $5,000, let's say $10,000 car to make it calculate easier, you're looking at $260 a month. You know, $5,000, it will be half of that, but most of the bank will not really give you a full term on a $5,000 loan. They will shorten it down. This is based on the 60 months or 5 years. They're gonna try to short that term to 36 months. They wanna see you making that payment about $200. That's comfortable for them, and they think you should be comfortable with that. If you wanna buy a car, you should be able to afford $200 a month. So that's it for this video, and we go from there.